So, what's going on guys, Cadis here, and just 10 seconds before we get into the 50 vs 50 war gameplay, I want to quickly mention that at the end of the video, I will be fully explaining my PvP build, what mastery points should you add for each weapon and everything else. So stay tuned for that and let's get right into it. Okay, and here we have it. You just watched 50 versus 50 Castle Siege War, and now you're interested in my build, so let's take a look at it. First of all, this build consists of a bow and a rapier weapon, and for the bow we have here the best mastery points that you should use, and I would just simply recommend to pause the video and copy all of them. And then moving over to the rapier, and these are the masteries that you want to use. Then as far as your points go that you can spend when you level up, you just simply go to the attributes and you want to build this build around dexterity and constitution. And this is how it should look like at around level 60. But the main goal for any level player wanting to use this build is to keep on equipping items with only constitution and dexterity, and keep the ratio 3:1. So you want your dexterity to be at least 3 times more than the constitution. What I usually did when leveling up, whenever I found better gear, I equipped it, which of course only if it had dexterity or constitution, and if the ratio ever got below 3:1, then I respect my attributes and got the ratio back up. And then last but not the least, here you can see my gear inventory, so yeah, of course you go with the bow and rapier weapon, but then equip only medium helmet, medium chest armor, medium gloves and medium boots. But then keep on using light leg armor, as this will put you in the light category, and you will be able to use the best dodge roll. Then as I'm using a bow for XP farming and any PvP content, to not waste any money, I just use tier 2 arrows. And then for PvP I use the tier 3 or tier 4 arrows. And as well, I forgot to mention that the same as for the gear, you want to build your rings and amulets around dexterity and constitution. And then if you truly care for my 4 consumable options, in the first slot I have water, which you can get for free in any lake, so just pick 100 of them and use whenever doing PvE. So by doing this, you won't waste any money for healing potions, and if I take a super low damage, I just chuck a couple of them. But then for more extreme mini bosses, I just use the second slot, aka the tier 1 healing potions. And then for my third slot is healing food, which is just additional healing. And lastly for PvP I use my fourth slot, aka the tier 3 and tier 4 healing potions. And as in the closed beta, I still can figure out which gems are the best for PvP, so right now I'm just using red gems for gear and I'm using white gems for weapons. Okay, and now we have come to the final part, which is my second 50 versus 50 war, which we just steamrolled the enemy, so if you want some extra content, here it is. And with all of this said, I really do appreciate everyone for watching guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions, feedback or different 50 versus 50 weapons that you would recommend to play in New World, then leave them in the comment section down below. And while you're doing that, please click like, subscribe and enable that notification bell, so this way you could support the channel and you wouldn't miss any more amazing content from me. With all of this said, you have an amazing day and I will catch you in my next video. So take it easy, peace.
Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come